Let's get into it. The modern day business card is here. It's never been more important in our lives to have an online presence, a personal brand. 92% of recruiters use LinkedIn before hiring. 70% of employers use social media to screen candidates. 49% of consumers rely on influence recommendation. Content marketing gets 3 times more leads than paid advertisement. I deeply wish this was not the reality of it, but it is. If you're in the business space, you have to have an online presence. There are 4 core fears that I came across on why people don't start a personal brand. There were 2 that kept me from starting for years now. Those 2 demons were, the first one was FOPO, fear of other people's opinion. I cared so much what people thought about me. Growing up, I always wanted attention. It was like my soul screaming for approval or something, which meant like I really cared what people thought. This one's very hard for me to get over. The second was imposter syndrome. This one's very hard in the modern age with social media, Hollywood, and athletes who get put on this massive pedestal. We feel like we need to compete at the same level, which is so far from the truth. This leads to not feeling good enough, that we bring no value. I tried everything to remove these 2 fears. It wasn't until I did a social media detox. I grabbed my favorite backpack, a 55-liter green Odyssey. I booked a one-way $700 ticket, which was 32-hour flight with like 2 layovers. One of the layover was, I think it was like 18 hours in Qatar, and I just flew to Indonesia, one of the most spiritual islands in the world, Bali. I had no plan to return, and I actually ended up spending 6 months in Indonesia, traveling, seeing a bunch of different islands, and then I made my way to Nepal, where I spent another 2 months before returning back to North America. The goal is simple. Well, the thought of it is simple. The goal was to heal. I want to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. I want to master the art of boredom. I want to be alone. I was alone here in North America. Inside, I felt so alone, but I was around influence, and I was around friends and family. I was around so many people, so I wasn't supposed to feel alone, but I felt so alone. So why not just go feel alone somewhere else where you're actually alone? I want to explore my soul. I want to listen to my soul, and I want to just let my soul heal. I want to just be, no distractions. I spent 10 years of my life chasing the North American rat box. That's what I call the system. The rat box is a system that we're put in. We're on this rat race, and we're put into this box, into these walls that we're told to live and told to be. So, rat box. So I took control of my life, and I did the actions. I did a 12-month social media detox. It was freaking bliss. I was done letting this digital screen, this small little digital screen, control me. It allowed me to remove all distractions and all influence, to do what I wanted to do, not be influenced what other people are doing around me. It allowed me to realign my soul with my mission, to understand what my purpose is, and to understand what I want to do in life. It allowed me to drop a 10-year goal and then reverse engineer it to allow me to follow my path to happiness. If you're stuck and unable to find your purpose, do a social media detox. Start a healing journey, read books, and trust me, you'll thank me later. I will make a video about the 12-month social media detox I did another time. Let's get back to uncovering the core fears of building a personal brand. A personal brand can really help you achieve happiness. Isn't that really what we're all looking for? Freedom leads to happiness, and a personal brand can help you get that freedom. Personal brand makes you and allows you to dig deep within yourself. I've built 4 businesses, and one of them was a dropshipping business. Whatever you do not fall for quick money making fads. Think long term when building a business. Think about in 10 years, what do you want that business to provide you? All of the businesses I've built had led me to the same result, unfulfilled and lost. And my biggest takeaway, follow your mission, and that will lead to success and happiness. Don't get me wrong, I'm extremely grateful that I've been able to build multiple businesses. I'm extremely grateful that I've been able to bring one of the businesses to 6 figures. It's allowed me to learn and grow and to expand my knowledge. I'm also very grateful that I've been able to consult with a business that made it to 7 figures. We started a new startup at 0, and we were able to scale it to 7 figures in 3 years. The amount of knowledge and information that I gained from that experience is invaluable. It allowed me to gain new tools for my tool belt, and now this tool belt is allowing me to grow my personal brand, which I'm so excited about. A brand is made up of every experience the other person has with you. Your business, a product, or service 365 days a year. You want your audience to really understand who you are, to understand you at your core, and to embody what your brand represents. Okay, let's dig into the introduction of the personal brand. So personal branding, it's taking responsibility for what your brand represents. It's the modern modern day business card, how to promote yourself, and it's a tool and a secret weapon for your purposeful business. You really want to ask yourself, what is your personal brand? A personal brand is how the world sees you. It's a representation of how you see yourself. It's what you stand for, your values. It's the emotional connection that you can create with your community. It's your life's mission, what you embody. It's your soul's essence. It's a unique combination of your skills, your personality, and your experiences. It's telling a story about your conscious beliefs and your unconscious beliefs. It's not about likes, followers, or becoming an influencer. It's about change, impact, shift, creating a change, and a transformation in someone's life. If you don't define your brand, someone else will. There's this really cool quote by Naval. Let me share it with you. Find the thing you're great at. Put everything into it. Create your own brand around it and sell it to the world, but in a way that is authentic to you. Such a deep quote. If you really dissect it, it's so powerful. Now, let's talk about the 5 questions you really want to ask yourself. I recommend you grab a piece of paper and pen now and you write down these questions. Pause the video and do them. At number 1, what does this personal brand represent? Let me read you exactly what I wrote when I did this exercise. My brand represents honesty, trust, transparency, respect, openness, taking control of one's life. That's what aligned with me at the time. That's what I connected with. And to this day, it's exactly what I'm trying to live by. The second question is, you want to ask yourself, how does this brand make people feel? This is what I wrote. I wanted to make people feel happy, inspired, connected, grounded, complete, following their life's purpose, in control, motivated. The third question is, what does a personal brand mean to me? Let me share exactly what I wrote. A personal brand means that you're living your true potential, your soul's purpose. You're being a channel of wisdom and sharing with the people who need to hear it. It's not about money or the followers. It's about the people who get called to you, to your brand, and get inspired. That's what works with me. That's what aligns with me. You want to create your own version, what makes sense to you. At number 4, you want to write down, what does your purpose mean to you on a macro level? Here's what I wrote. Inspire beings to take control of their life, step outside their comfort zone, the norm, and following their soul's purpose, to be different, to be weird, to be you. Get financial freedom. Don't be part of the system and create your own system. At number 5, write down the why. This is going to be on a micro level. What will it create for me? Here, let me give you a glimpse of what I wrote. To gain freedom for my future, to give my family freedom, to prove my worth, to inspire the people around me, to be able to help sentient beings, humans and animals, make a difference. Use my wealth to build an animal sanctuary, a healing center, a restaurant that has good food for your body, to use my voice to bring change. I am on this journey. I wrote these down 6 months ago, and I'm doing my best every day to get better and better, so I can increase my value and to give more to the world. It's gonna take time, and I'm glad that you're on this journey with me. Remember, authenticity is the compass that guides you to your true north, a place where success and fulfillment meet together. Okay, now let's dive into the core fears and how we can overcome them. Branding yourself is about creating a whole new shift in your identity, creating next level confidence to show up fully, authentically, and in harmony with your truth. Affirmations can help you embrace your imperfections, overcome insecurities, and beat fear when it should arise. We need to rewire our belief system to be able to conquer our fears. All right, here are the 4 core fears. These 4 core fears are like 4 invisible walls that box you in, that creates a restriction for your success. Our goal is to break through these walls and to get on the other side. First, we need to understand, what are these 4 walls. The first one is FOPO. FOPO means fear of other people's opinion. There's a Harvard study done that showed that we generally just care what people think about us. It's something in our brains. We just care, and it's normal, and that's okay. That's good. It is normal. We become a victim to their opinions, and that's what holds us back. It prevents us from fully showing up, how we look, not being loved, not being liked, and that's fine. There's this good quote by Lao Tzu. I'll share it with you. Care about what other people think, and you will always be their prisoner. How deep is that? You will always be their prisoner for as long as you care what somebody else's thinks. So if your friend or somebody else thinks something about you and you put energy towards it and you care about it, you are then becoming their prisoner to their own thoughts about you. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't align. The second one is comparison. This one's a very, very, very popular one. I call this the Alex Hormozi syndrome. It's trying to copy somebody else's style, somebody else's approach, posting 10 times a day. Alex Hormozi is on chapter 50 of his life. It's okay to be on chapter 5. His chapter 50 is not your chapter 5. Never compare your chapters. It can be a suffocating feeling. feeling like you need to launch the same business, the same book, the same type of content. It's a never-ending cycle, a game with no winner. Here's another quote: "Comparison is the thief of joy." Theodore Roosevelt. At number 3, we have self-doubt. Doubting yourself, your inner critic. It's really just your ego trying to protect you, trying to hold you back. A really good quote for this one is, "Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will." Wow, that's deep. Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. Classic by Susie Kassem. The goal is to fail. And number 4, I spoke about earlier, imposter syndrome. So imposter syndrome, it's the feeling of not being good enough. Does my story really matter? There's another quote for this one. "I have written 11 books, but each time I think, uh-oh, they're going to find out now." This one's by Maya Angelou. So what are we really holding back, right? Like, that's why it's so important to just be our authentic selves, to hold nothing back, and to just be who you are. And if people don't like you, good. Takes them out of your circle, takes them out of your energy, and that's awesome. All right, now let's talk about how we can win against the fear demons. I like to call them demons, but those 4 core fear things. Personal branding is about authenticity, alignment, and courage to be yourself. Do not aim for perfection or comparison. This is where fear, doubt, and inauthenticity lives. After I understood what was holding me back, there was just a few more questions that I couldn't get over. Here are those key questions. These questions just kept stopping me. I kept thinking, I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. I don't have the network. The industry is saturated. It wasn't until I switched my mindset around those questions and started to tell myself new, upgraded things. Here are the things I started telling myself. Embrace my imperfections and embrace my uniqueness. Leverage my experiences and my passions. Start building connections, real connections. Focus on what makes me unique. Don't focus on the competition. Success is not about imitating or seeking validation. It's about aligning with your true self, your mission, and your values. It's a personal and meaningful victory. It comes from the heart. It connects with people, not because it's flashy or viral, because it's genuine. It speaks universal truths. When I started telling myself these 6 things, everything in my life changed. Use personal branding as self-discovery. It's a process of self-reflection and growth. Authenticity is magnetic. It attracts the right people, it builds trust, and it creates meaningful relationships. It's not about pleasing everyone. It's about resonating with the right ones. Honor your path, your story, your pace. Your chapter 5 is more important than somebody else's chapter 50. Let's talk about the role of the mindset in the game of the core 4 fears. This is how you recreate new beliefs. 1, you want to remove ignorance and overcome a scarcity mindset. At number 2, you want to adapt an abundant mindset. Let's start with number 1, remove the ignorance. To remove the ignorance, it starts with understanding and knowing. Let's understand where our current beliefs may come from. Most of the time, they come from our upbringing. Our brains are in low frequencies beta waves from 0 to 12, and that is when we bring everything in, we see everything, and we get molded into the person that we become. And we do not have control of that. That is from our environment. That is from our parents, from the government, from the media, from politics, from society, from the education system. Unfortunately, these all create a fear-based mindset. So it's important to take a step back, and you want to recognize the potential harm that what you've been programmed to understand and see is not the true reality. The influence in our teens and early childhood may not have been the best things for us, and that's okay. That's just the way that life is played. Now, like I said, the first step is awareness. Once you are aware of that, you are now able to reprogram your mindset. I will share a table at the end of this video, which is very soon, that will squash and remove this ongoing fear once and for all. Now, let's adopt an abundance mindset. Please remember, to adopt an abundance mindset, we need to remove the scarcity mindset. Do not skip this step. Now, adopting new beliefs. You want to create an affirmations list, a list that you want to tell yourself every day. It is 100% more powerful if you do this in a mirror. I'll share the list that I created for myself. Please use this as inspiration, but please make your own version. The title was Affirmations That Power My Leadership. This is what I tell myself every day. I am stronger than my fears. I can express my true self. I can embrace my imperfections. Every day is another opportunity to shine. I radiate confidence, and people around me can feel it. I am a loving force of strength and guidance, inspiring the world to be themselves now. Affirmations are the mental mirror reflecting the best version of yourself, an image not shown by imperfection, but shown by uniqueness. Okay, now let's remove the scarcity mindset and switch it to the abundant mindset. Write this down. I'd also recommend you visit this every day. Money is literally just energy. It's a tool. It's an infinite source Become a match with the frequency of money. Understand your self-worth. Pay attention to your money every day. Talk about money every day. Have a healthy and happy relationship with money. Gratitude for money. Make decisions, micro decisions. Respecting the money. Frequency of abundance. Matching with opportunity. This is what I created for myself. These are the things that help me align myself with an abundant mindset, non-scarcity mindset. It all helped me when I developed the chart, which it's coming soon. Recreating your new belief is like sculpting a statue. It requires patience, persistence, and the ability to see the masterpiece within the rough stone. Here's a quote by Naval that I really like. Money is not the root of all evil. Money is a tool. Money is a ladder. Money is an enabler. All right, now let's talk about the blueprint for the belief transformation. Here's the chart that can help you through this process. I called it the belief transformation chart. It's easy. Grab a piece of paper. I'll also show it on the screen. Create 4 columns in 3 rows. In the columns, you will have the following: old beliefs, where did the beliefs come from, and new beliefs. In the rows, you will have money, and the other row, you will have influence and popularity. Please look at the one that I created as an example. So you don't want to fill out each box. Take your time, be present with it, meditate, close your eyes, come back to it a couple days later. Chart your beliefs and create new beliefs and study those new beliefs. Reprogram your mind. This is where the game changes. Remind yourself about the new life that you want. Remind yourself about what you want to manifest. Trust me, very, very powerful. Your story matters. You are meant to shine. Another powerful tool I learned is those affirmations that you wrote down. What you should do is every day grab one, look in the mirror, and repeat it to yourself. Train your mind, tell your mind, make your mind believe. Words are powerful. They pull in frequencies. Now don't forget, we are our worst enemy. We gotta get a hold of ourselves so we no longer play small. Do not die in your dreams. Fear helps you die in your dreams. Align to the truth, who you really are. This is the first step to building a personal brand. Continue to follow my journey as I continue to uncover new strategies and new tactics on building a personal brand. Thank you so much for listening. I deeply appreciate it. This journey has been very, very difficult, but very, very rewarding. I'm enjoying the process. I'm learning every day. I'm getting better every day. And most importantly, I'm chasing my happiness. And that, my friends, is what life is all about. Chasing your happiness. Thank you. Next time.